Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Best of 67's Workshop. Welcome to issue 33 of Build the Batmobile from the classic 1966 TV series from our wonderful mates over at Fanhome. Yes folks, if you'd like to grab this for yourself, this wonderful 1/8 scale model, head over to this link all the way along here. There's a clickable version in the description below, and you too can be building this beautiful iconic vehicle. Right, let's flick through the magazine. There's some info on the TV show there. You've then got the great Batman comic section. Love the artwork. Must draw one of these up and have it in the man cave, I think. Then you've got more on the great Batman comics. This is Batman year by year from that wonderful year of 1967. I was born that year. This is some more information year by year. All the different ways they did the artwork in the comics. Beautiful, isn't it? This is what we're getting today, our car parts, okay? And I've got mine just here. We got another leaf spring. And remember, check and double check your instructions to get this spring the correct way round, folks. Also, you're going to need your little nut spanner. Okay, so have that to hand. Your little socket wrench. And there's all the bits we've got. This is how it all goes together, and it tells you on here, it says, ensure the longer side faces outward from the rear axle housing. Okay, now I can show you on mine what we mean by that. You look at this spring, you'll notice it's shorter there. Let's get the screwdriver, of goodness. It is shorter this side than it is this side, as you can see. You have got a good inch longer, okay? So bear that in mind. Long to the left, short to the right, whilst holding your axle in that orientation, okay? Long, short. Saves any heartache later on, folks, okay? Shows you how you secure your U-bolt bolts. I'll show you how I do mine so that you don't have to keep a hold of them. Same process I did before. Splay the U-bolt apart a bit so that when you push it in, you've got to compress it to push it in the mount. It'll hold it in place. I'll show you that when I film the assembly. And this is what you're going to end up with at the end, okay? And then it says keep the wrench for future use, because you will need it again, folks, later on. That shows you how to mount the shock absorber rod, and then that's the final result. That's what you're going to end up with at the end of today, okay? So let's flip through the magazine, get that all done and dusted, and then we can start our assembly, peeps. Right, folks, we've got our bits and bobs on the bench there. U-bolts, we've dropped our nuts on the bench there as well. And we've got our shock absorber mount, and we've got 2 little EM screws, okay? We'll keep them to hand, and then we'll drop the bag there. We've only got one set, but I still like to keep the bag nearby. This is the spring we're on about, okay? So we want to lay that across the rear axle with the longer section at the rear. Right, done. Grab our little plate of plateness, and we want this facing this way round with that at the front, okay? And that will go over the top like so. That's going to go in place with one of the EM screws. We'll whop a bit of oil on that, like so, and we'll start that off and get that in situ. There you go, let's spin that round so I can do it nearer to me. Get that in place, spin the spring round a bit so it's more central. Check the geometry is right. Now I'm not tightening this fully, I want a little bit of adjustment on these, purely for when I line it up. with the chassis. Okay, so I'm not tightening until I've got everything in place. Okay, so that's that. We've now got our U-bolts. Now, this is how they come. When you put them in, they're quite loose in the fitting. So as soon as you let go of them, they fall out. See? What I do is I grab it, have my thumbs together, and I pull it apart like so. So that when I then put it in the part, it's under tension. So you compress it to get it to line up with the screw holes like so. Then slide it in. And because it's under tension, it don't fall out, see? So that's how I do mine. Really works a treat for me. Just splay them apart, not too aggressive, just enough so that when you line it up, it's going to be under tension. Same that side there, and just let that pinch itself into place. Does make it a little bit more difficult to line them up, but they will go like so. But I can let them go now, and I haven't got to worry about them falling out. So give it a try, folks, see if it helps you. Put your nut in your little socket there, like so, and then screw them in place. Now I tend to do a few turns on each to start them off, and what it tells you in the instructions is it tells you to try and leave an equal amount of the bolt head exposed on each of the nuts. So that's what I tend to do on mine. So I just grab that, get that in place, use my right hand on that. There you go. And we can start these off, okay? Just like so. And then I'm looking for an equal amount each side. So just do a couple of turns, half a turn each side, like so, and you'll end up with the same amount exposed. Another half there, another half there, and I think that's enough. We'll do the same the other side. Let's grab them. Now I used to do this with my exhaust clamps, splay them apart. Used to make it so easy when you was refitting components on a car. Anything with a U-bolt, I used to always splay them apart just to retain them in place whilst I put me nut on the windy gun and got it engaged. So there you go. Let's do the last one, like so. Drop that on there. And now we can start lining them up. So I do them so that they nip the bracket first. And then I'll put my gun on 9 till 3. And then I'll go 12 till 6. Each time, 12 till 6. 12 till 6. And 12 till 6. And that gives me equal amounts. Okay, so we've got that all ready now, folks. Use some of that. Keep that safe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the bag. And then when I keep that in my box of tricks, it's like it's there in it, folks. So keep these little bags as well. If you're a scale modeler, they come in really handy. Right, next up, we want to put our shock absorber in. So let's get that. And that's going in with another EM screw, folks, okay? Let's pop that in there. Bit of oil. And then we can line this up. Some of the oil will come off into the shock absorber. Nothing wrong with that. It helps it be lubed and it helps it pivot around much more nicely. And again, I want movement on that, okay? like so. Same with that one. I'll just bind that one up a tad more, just so it's a friction fit, like that. And that, folks, is what we've got at the end of this issue. We've got our rear axle, shock absorbers, and we've got our springs on. Again, long side facing away from the differential cover. That's the rear of the car, folks, okay, when that's up underneath. That's the rear, okay. If it helps, hold it with the back of the axle to your left, long to the left, LL. That's all you got to remember. So, if you'd like to grab this for yourself, head over to this link here. All the way there. Pop, that takes you to the Fanhome website. Also, if you could do me a favour and help me out, press the little fester just in there. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really helps me grow my channel. I massively appreciate it. And also, if you just give that bell a ring, that will let you know when new content is gone up on the channel. So until then, folks, thanks for coming in and keeping me company. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.